Okay, we're near discharge this time. I was in shock. I actually thought to myself before I had gone, I couldn't come out any worse than when I went. I actually did, because I still had the side effects that go with it. And these side effects would not end. This is around 10 to 11 of October. It wouldn't end till the end of October. Um, I couldn't believe it. I was in shock. Uh, I wanted to make a complaint, but I didn't know what the complaint procedure was. I was in shock. Couldn't believe what had just happened to me. The way I'd been shouted at and abused and insulted all the time I was there. How poor the care was. There was actually no uncare. Not the proper word. There was no care whatsoever. It only began to. I'm going to probably say it again. When I was younger, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, I woefully overestimated how good the health service was. I shouldn't. If I'd have known when I was 13 or 14, I should have. If I'd known how bad it was, maybe things might have been different. But that's with hindsight. I actually thought there was sleep labs in Ireland at the time. There wasn't. I didn't know that until many years later. I actually remember watching a program on TV when I was 14. It was on my summer holidays about sleep lab. It must have been in the United States. I said to myself, well, if I ever get chronic insomnia, I'll just go into one of these sleep labs for a couple, 3 to 4 weeks, maybe 6 tops. They'll give me some wonder drugs. I'll get me sleep back and anything. How wrong I was. I was living in cloud cuckoo land. And other programs would be, how people recover from massive car crashes and accidents. Oh, these great. I obviously thought they were great, but the reality is totally different. I mean, even as simple as the things like taking blood or blood pressure, they're not even good at that. They're just dreadful, and they're just rudimentary things, routine. They're just, I don't know what it is. I don't know why they're there, what they're doing there. The only thing I can come up with is the money. But that goes for everybody, and just no care, compassion, or nothing, or I don't know what they're doing there. You'd be better off just on your own, and the doctor is even worse. No, these people aren't working for free. They're on big salaries and big pensions, and I'm not saying they should work for free, but when their job is a job, they should do it. And they're always complaining about not getting enough money, or too long working hours, or not enough holidays or something. But I remember years later, I heard someone, they were on strike years later, and I heard him saying, "This is not a profession. This is not a vocation. It's a job to me." My answer to this is not even never mind. Not only is it not a vocation, it's not even a job. You do nothing. At least this person was honest, and I'm afraid that's the health system for you. If you got minor problems like a broken arm or a leg or a few stitches, even then, sometimes they don't do it right. That's about it. There's little or nothing out there for you. It's just shambolic. The Irish health system, I'll say it again, it's the most shambolic health system. It always was. Now, it started from a very low base, and nothing has changed. So, I was discharged, kicked out. I used to say I was kicked they kicked me when I was down to give me the final bill when I was leaving. I was in shock. I couldn't actually stand at the time I got from the side effects of the medication. And my mother was giving out to me to do the washing up. She thought I was being late. I couldn't stand at the sink to do the washing up. I was crying a little bit one day when she was in the kitchen shouting because of what happened to me in the hospital and my illness. And then my health began to rapidly decline even further. From September '94 onwards, my eyes were always painful. They began to pain me a lot worse. And I said to myself, I'm going to have veins. I hadn't got any veins in the whites of my eyes. And people, it's like there is veins, but visible veins, you know what I mean, that you can't see with your naked eye. There was no veins or red, or blood, or bloodshot eyes. They were still clear, like they were when I was a teenage boy. But the pain became far more severe and far more worse. And I made a prediction, so within 2 months, the first red veins will appear in my eyes. And that's exactly what happened. And from then onwards, you can't see me. If you look at them closely, they look alright from this distance because the light's poor. If you see them, you can see veins everywhere and bloodshot from then on. And also, that drug was Spiridol. I was actually sterile until the end of October. And I had nobody to talk about it. And I certainly could not talk to that doctor. I've even opened my mouth, shut up, I don't want to hear that. So these are the things you have to live with, and it's only starting to come to light now. So I wanted to make it, I didn't know the complaint procedure. I didn't know, I'd only find out later that you have only 6 months to make a complaint, and I didn't know she was going to be leaving the country. If I'd have known that, I would have made it much faster, but I was also in shock. I didn't know she was going to be gone within, by the end, it was August when I came in, she was gone probably by the end of December. She went over to England or the UK, and I still couldn't sleep at home. The pain was getting worse and worse, and I remember having my GP. I rarely went near him. Should have told me about these things, but I don't think it would have made much of a difference. He asked me to go in and give me medical records. Now, I wasn't going to be seeing him. He was only going to be seeing him. He gave me his card with his details, his name, his doctor's name, address, his qualifications, and so on and so forth. But even going in was a big deal. I was so exhausted from tiredness that even to get the train in was like Operation Barbarossa. I could hardly stand from exhaustion. So one day I got myself together and said I'm going to have to go in and try and get my medical records, which I'm not going to see, but my doctor will. And you'll soon see that this never happened. Also, I forgot to mention, I had some stuff buried in the woods, and it wasn't a monetary, it was just sentiment. And one day I was trying to get up, it was in September, when everyone was in school, and I slipped and fell, and I was winded. I thought I was going to drop dead. I was burnt out from exhaustion, and I was crying again. But nothing ever seemed to go right for me. But the next time I'm going to talk to you is in maybe 21st, 22nd December 94, where I'm going to try and get me medical records. And this is what happens next. Well, let's tell you next. God bless, bye.